with the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Hey everybody, welcome to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on AM 1170. We are in the Hassle Castle, everybody, brought to you by our friends at Dunright Satellite and Dish.
Interesting. All right, yeah, it's Wednesday, February 26th. It's noon. Thank you for tuning in to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 1170 AM. I want to remind everybody to download the app. Go to your app store, wherever you download apps, and download ESPN 1170 AM. And you can listen to us on ESPN1170AM.com. Click in the upper right-hand corner, listen now. And you can also watch us live on Facebook. The one with the limp will be in the second hour. So will Tom Kaker. It's been a while from Hawkeye Report.
Old Shake and Cake.
Yeah, he's going to be in talking to us a little bit.
I don't know, did he go to the game last night?
I don't think he did.
I'll tell you what, man. I didn't watch the game, but I did watch the highlights and could tell what was going on. Just makes you hate Izzo if you're a Hawkeye fan.
But why are you shocked?
You're not, though.
Wait, what was it, 3-4 years ago? 5 years ago, we went up to Iowa City. Remember? We came back in a snowstorm, and we had good seats.
Yeah.
And right away, Izzo was doing things that you would never see another coach get away with.
Right.
I mean, I guess Coach K, but I mean, it happens. But you can't, from jump, get on the referee's rear end and think you can get away. And he does. He gets away with it. I'm not shocked by anything. I wasn't shocked at all. Anyway, what we're referring to is last night, Iowa lost on the road to Michigan State 78-70. Garza extended his streak of 20 points or more in Big Ten games to 13, which ties the school record for most consecutive in conference play. The person he's now tied with, of course, is Fred Brown.
Fred Brown?
Yeah, 1971. Come on, we all know that, right?
Okay.
Fred
Brown. That sounds like a made-up name.
The most consecutive games in conference play with 20-plus points. In Big Ten, yeah, like I said, conference games. It's tied between Luka Garza and Fred Brown. Garza is also now tied for third in program history with the most points in a single season. He has 662. So, the Hawkeyes are going to return to Carver Hawkeye Arena on Saturday. It'll be an 11:01 tip-off against Penn State. And it is a sold-out crowd. So, if you need to get tickets, I don't know.
Good luck.
Go to your social media sites and say, whose tickets can I borrow?
Yeah, you can't go to Locals Love Us for that one.
No.
Chopper does not scalp tickets.
No.
It's not what he does.
No, you need to go. Yes. Every time we say don't go to your social media sites.
This is the one time you can.
This is the one time. Treat it like it's July or August or whatever, and it's a fun card time. Anyone got a ticket?
Do like Slick Rick, Jay. Treat it like a prostitute.
No.
No? Okay.
Just things around the sports world. Zion and LeBron had their first head-to-head last night.
What happened?
Oh, the Lakers won, 118-109. Yeah.
Did they clash?
It's right now, as far as the NBA goes.
Chinba?
Yeah. It's a smart bet to go to Rhythm City, go to the Elite Sportsbook, go see Hannah, and say, I want to parlay Los Angeles Lakers winning the Western Conference and the Milwaukee Bucks winning the Eastern Conference.
You think it's that cut and dried, huh?
I think it's that cut and dry. Well, Milwaukee is already locked up.
Why can't the Clippers come back and...
They're not as good as the Lakers. The Clippers aren't.
They got Kawhi, man.
They don't care if they're the 2 seed. They don't. I mean, why would the Clippers care about having the 1 seed over the 2 seed when it's going to be the Staples series?
All right.
Now think about that. No, seriously.
All right.
They can continue to do load management and get the 2 if they want it. It doesn't matter if you get the 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Win the conference.
To win the conference, yeah.
In the
regular season, yeah.
Oh,
in the regular season. Because really, it doesn't matter to the Clippers.
Right.
Because if LA gets it, they're still a home team in the end. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know all the details how the Staples Centers work. I don't know if they change locker rooms. I don't think so.
I don't know either.
Well, I tell you what, if you're the Clippers, if you're a Clipper fan...
What are the bets are we going to take if the coronavirus is still going, the NBA plays any games over in China next year?
Okay. That's a fair point that you bring up, and I know you're saying it in jest.
Well, no, I'm not really saying it in jest. I'm really serious about it. Like, how are their
We've got
relations with China going to happen?
Something more important that will happen beforehand in that area before the NBA goes and does preseason games over there like
What's
they did
happening?
before. The Olympics are supposed to be in Tokyo.
That's not China.
Okay. That's fair.
That's Japan.
Yeah, thanks.
Trying to help you out.
I was a geography teacher.
I don't know if I've been to both China and Japan, Jay.
Yeah.
Different waters.
In an interview recently with the Associated Press, IOC member Dick Pound, great name. Great name.
If it's in your file at home, it's under Pound Dick.
Mm-hmm. He is an IOC member. His name is Dick Pound. You can look this up.
Or Pound Dick if it's in your file.
It's in your file.
Yeah.
He said they'll continue to evaluate the danger of outbreak as the event nears, and the decision will be made by May. That's 2 months away. 3
For
months
what?
away. About the Olympics.
For the Summer Olympics?
Yeah. Due to complications with planning and scheduling, it's not likely the games will be postponed or moved. But in the event of a cancellation, there's an emergency insurance fund of $1 billion for organizations that need revenue from the Olympics to survive. China has seen 77,658 cases of the coronavirus, 2,663 deaths from the virus. South Korea has seen 977 cases, 10 deaths. 4 deaths have been reported in Japan. It does have, it's something to keep an eye on. I understand Japan and China, but I mean,
I'm not
travel
joking
and everything.
about it.
Yeah.
I'm joking about Richard's name.
I know like 2 weeks ago we talked about it. Do you still know how very little I understand about this coronavirus?
We were talking about it today.
Okay.
The wifey and I.
Yeah.
We talk, like couples do.
Mm-hmm.
And, as I'm sitting there, I'm like, so what do you know, babe? I'm like, what have you read? Because I go, what I read or what I hear is sometimes it's no different than just your average flu. But if you have, and she said, yeah, or a cold, but if you have any sort of weak sort of immune system, it attacks you ferociously and you can't recover. So let's just say that you are a little more elderly, or I don't know, you have something going on, and it gets fluid in your lungs. I guess you're achy, fluid in your lungs, and you're pain, and then you can't come back from it.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I hear. I'm not a disease expert, Jay. I don't have a degree in biological weapons, which I think this is.
I just don't think that makes sense. That it's just like a super cold. That if you just have a weak immune, that means
I
there's
don't know.
over 2,600
dead old
people in China that have a weak immune system that just can't handle a cold.
Dead old people. Well, that's where it started, so it's concentrated there.
Where did it start? Because at one point we were talking about fruit bat soup or whatever else.
Well, they said it started in a market, and then all of a sudden it was supposed to start at some plant. I don't know. You can't trust the Chinese government. Unless you're the NBA, then you're in bed with them. Then you roll over and you say, hey, that looks really, really cool. I want to buy that.
What was it?
Hey, that looks really, really cool. I want to buy that. I'm just saying, if you're bed partners with China, like the NBA is, I'm just throwing it out there for everybody to feel it, touch it. It's true.
I'm trying.
What are you getting on this coronavirus lookup?
This is from the CDC.gov.
There you go.
Coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that are common in many different species of animals, including camels, cattle, cats, and bats. Rarely, animal coronaviruses can infect people and then spread between with people, such as with SARS and everything else we've seen. But this is a new virus or whatever else. But it is a coronavirus. Started in China. Had some link to a large seafood and live animal market, suggesting animal to person spread. Later, a growing number of patients reportedly did not have exposure to animal markets, indicating person to person spread. Person to person spread has been reported outside of China, including the United States and other locations.
No one's died in the United States yet. Knock on wood.
I really don't know anything about this coronavirus.
Exactly.
I
also heard some conspiracy theory that it only affects Asians.
Come on now.
I'm just telling you. I heard it. I don't think it's true.
Well, I just don't want it to affect the Olympics.
Well, I don't want it to affect me.
No, I don't want it to affect me either. Would it limit you in travel? If, let's say right now, I mean, because you were kind of all right. So when you went down to Mexico, you had a layover in Dallas Fort Worth.
In the last flight from China came in.
And you not knowing any better. Hold on a second. You not knowing any better. You're with your family, your daughter and your wife.
Yeah.
And then. That's my noise for a plane landing.
It was very good.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Everyone out in their car could visualize that plane landing.
I appreciate that. And they get to the gate. And you're minding your own business for your layover because you're going from...
Well, I'm in customs, so it's not even minding my own business. I'm in line like cattle.
Oh, so you're coming back.
Yeah, we're in line like cattle. We have to go through immigration.
That's the worst line, too.
Yeah, they're always the worst line, yeah.
Yeah. And as you're sitting there minding your own business, thinking, oh, man, I hate that my vacation's over. Nothing could be worse than this line right now. Someone goes, hey, by the way, that people that are coming in...
Well, the first thing I heard was, we need a Chinese interpreter up to blah, 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 counter. And I'm like,
I'm out.
Okay, Chinese interpreter. I get it. Somebody needs help. All right, got it. And then less than 3 minutes later, we made it through where that spot was at, and we're jumping on a elevator to take us to the next spot where they take your bags and then you recheck in. Anyway, we bump into a stewardess or a flight attendant. I'm sorry, that's the correct terminology now.
Whatever.
Don't be offensive, Jay. And she just openly starts talking, and she holds the elevator. She says, "Oh my God, it's so crazy. Can you believe that's the last flight that came in from China that just shut it down?" I'm like, "Oh my God, it is?" She's like, "Yeah, it was the last flight that came in from China." I'm like, well, and then as we got to the next floor, then I see everybody with masks on their face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, great. Hazel, don't touch anything.
Yeah.
But now your question is, would it have stopped me from traveling?
Right? Will it now? Let's just say then.
Well, I'm never going to travel to China anyway.
Okay, so traveling in general, though, you're not that worried.
Man, you ain't keeping me out of Mexico. Build the wall as high as you want, Don. I'm going to Puerto Vallarta, baby. Love it. Because it's my home away from home.
The wife has travel within the United States, and she's like, well, you know what? Might be easier just to drive down here than to worry about flights and people and spreading diseases and whatnot. Which, hey, if you want to travel down to Louisville.
I'll tell you this: if you want to get sick, spend some time on an airplane. There's truth to it. My neighbor John's a pilot.
Yeah.
And we've kind of talked, like I don't get to see him a lot because he's traveling a lot, but he might be back in town right now. But we were just kind of nonchalantly talking about everybody's been. He's like, oh man, I've been sick here and there. Now, John's a pretty healthy dude, works out, does all that stuff.
Yeah.
Comparative to T-Roy, his neighbor, who necessarily doesn't work out a lot, drinks a hell of a lot more than John does.
Yeah.
We haven't been sick at all in our house this year. And John's like, yeah, I've been sick here and there. I'm like,
but he's in the cockpit because of
well, germs can't make it into the cockpit, Jay.
No, people shouldn't. People are dirty.
I'm just saying, it correlates. I mean, maybe. Either way. I don't think he hasn't had to fly to China. His stuff's more European, but.
Well, here's the deal. We need to keep an eye on what's going to happen with the IOC and anything else. I mean, it is shutting down other things more, but things that we don't really cover, like World Cricket Championships and World Table Tennis Championships and everything else. But what we're going to do is
that would suck, missing a whole cricket meet.
Yeah. What we're going to do is
what do they wear in a cricket meet?
We're going to keep an eye on a friend of the show and IOC member Dick Pound. And,
Pound Dick.
Yeah, and we'll see what he continues to say about it. Because
is he an American? Mr. Pound?
I don't know. We need to figure it out, though.
Do they call him LB for short?
I wish. Did I ever tell you that? That I before we go to break, I'll tell you real quick. This was maybe 2000, I think. 2000. It was 2000. I played on the softball team.
Yeah. And
they were like, "Oh, what do you want to put on the back of your jersey?" And it wasn't like Foster or anything like that. I was like, "I want you to put LB." And they're like, "All right." And then finally they're like, "What's LB for?" And I'm like, "Pound for pound, the toughest guy on the pound for pound, the toughest guy."
All right, well,
on the field.
Like, so D. McGee used to call me Leroy Brown instead of T-Roy.
Yeah.
So Leroy Brown became LB. LB became Pounder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pounder. What's up, Pounder?
Pounder. I love it. So somehow we have the same nickname, but without even meeting each other. All right. Before we go to break, I want to talk about a new sponsor who's going to be joining us in March, and that'll be Tim Hernandez of ID Life. Listen, you may have gone into the new year, and you may have been like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be more healthy. I'm going to find ways to look at my nutrients and all this stuff.
Nutrients?
Yeah, and then maybe those resolutions have changed, and you've gone to the wayside. But that's why we're here to tell you now, like, it's a good idea to go ahead and get back on track. So Tim Hernandez wants you to focus on a new and fun way to get fit for yourself and your family. ID Life wants you to be healthier, have more energy, get better sleep, lose some weight, and simply do life better.
India Delta Life? Is that what you're saying? ID Life?
ID Life.
Okay.
ID Life is a health and wellness company that is revolutionizing the industry with customized nutrition designed for you, based on you. T-Roy, pay attention.
I'm listening.
The ID Life name stands for Individually Designed Life, and was founded on the principle that no two people are alike, so everyone has unique nutritional needs. Tim Hernandez is your guy in the Quad Cities to offer you personalized guidance that is tailored specifically to your health factors and personal goals. Do you have health problems that may be holding you back? The doctors and scientists at ID Life develop what nutrients you should be taking and what supplements will benefit you the most. Go ahead and check it out. Go to his website. Go to qchealth.idlife.com. Take the free assessment and sign qchealth.idlife.com. Take the free assessment and sign up for an unconditional, no questions asked 30-day money-back guarantee. For more information and to find out why one size fits no one, call Tim Hernandez today at 563-508-7221. And I want to thank Tim Hernandez and welcome him and ID Life to the show. Do you want to read another one?
I don't know.
You think I did such a good job? I think I did a good job.
Man.
Yeah.
That was right off the cuff.
They don't call me the original LB for nothing.
That's right. You're little pounder. You're a little pounder. I'm big pounder.
I don't want to be little pounder.
You're a little pounder. I'm big pounder.
I don't want to be. We'll be back right after this.
This is Merrick Brave from SCW Pro, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local,
ESPN 1170 AM.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy! Go long!
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Sexton Ford's Leap Day sale is one day only. Saturday, February 29th. All new and used vehicles are drastically reduced, starting as low as $9.99. Over 350 cars and trucks in stock with no reasonable offer refused. And anything will be taken in trade. Plus, credit applications will be processed, regardless of credit rating. Don't miss out. Leap year won't happen for another 4 years. Sexton Ford's Leap Day sale. Doors open at 8 a.m. on Leap Day, February 29th.
Sexton Ford is the talk of the town.
Plus tax, title, license, dock, and fees. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details.
The Will Kane Show.
There's one town where the marriage is perfect for the Chargers. They should move to St. Louis. What do you think the analogy is? Would this be like somebody's husband leaving them for another man? Some gold chain dude in Los Angeles, right? In order to get him back, St. Louis starts dating that dude's sister. How does that work? No, wait, I got my genders mixed up. Okay, let me do this right. St. Louis is a woman. Her husband left for another lady, and that L.A. Rockets brother is available, and St. Louis picks him up. The Rams and the Chargers.
Which one is the man?
Hold on, I'm sorting this out.
But the Rams are actually going back with their ex.
All right, let me start this over again.
Then they went back to their ex. They got remarried.
New and improved ex.
I can't do it.
Nailing the analogy.
The Will Kane Show, 2 till 5 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
It's basketball senior night, Saturday the 22nd, as North Park visits the Carver Center for a final men's and women's doubleheader. The women tip off at 5, the men go at 7. Then, it's on to postseason tournament action. Men's volleyball has 2 upcoming conference matches this week. Saturday at 2, Milliken visits the Carver Center. Then Wednesday at 7, North Park comes to town. For more information, visit augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
Escúchame, y dice Dan Levatación, ESPN Radio.
It is funny to have a coach say, no, I didn't mean to call them thugs. I meant to call them slugs. And I just want to officially parse the dumbest possible way we could ever discuss race in sports. Did the old guy mean slugs or thugs? If he meant thugs, racist. If he meant slugs, just good coaching. Maybe he's just old and made a verbal mistake because they fly around a lot and he's old. It is a great defense, though. It really is, because I believe him. I believe that he meant to say slugs.
I mean, it's really the only defense you can go to, right?
Racist!
I'm old. I meant to say slugs.
No, slugs! I'm just old and doddering. I'm not racist. Just old.
The Dan Lepetard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
With the loss of a loved one, planning a fitting service can be a real challenge. At Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, with our personalized service and attention to detail, you can be confident the service will be everything you wished for. We've been serving families in our area for generations. We would be privileged to serve yours too. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, Rock Island, Milan, Reynolds, and the Knox Chapel.
Don't hassle us, we're local. Noon till 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, back here again in the old Hassle Castle. Brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. It's Jay and Ben. T-Roy. Jane Bird.
Yeah, the pounder, the big
little pounder, big pounder.
Don't call me that.
Little quarter pounder, little half pounder.
No. I don't know why that makes me laugh, but no, that's not a thing.
LP.
That is
Not
LB. LB. No,
Little pound.
That is not a thing. In, I guess, sports news world, but something that is a little. It is relevant, actually. Bob Iger stunned the media yesterday.
Yeah.
With his sudden departure. He is the CEO of Disney. Yesterday he announced that he's going to be stepping down from his role as the CEO. Something that he's been doing for the last 15 years and had unprecedented success. He's credited with leading Disney through a series of risky yet highly successful acquisitions that not only solidified the company's dominance, but ultimately reshaped the entire media landscape around it. For just by saying this, we go back all the way. Disney, since he took over, so he took over in 2004, 2005.
He bought Marvel Studios.
Well, first he bought Pixar for $7.4 billion. That's a huge deal. What you've done there is you've gone from 10 years earlier into 12 years earlier, 1994 was your Lion King type of animation. Pixar made it completely different. Huge acquisition, $7.4 billion. Then he bought Marvel in 2009 for $4 billion. 2012, he bought Lucasfilms for $4 billion, which that's got to triple its value by now. They opened a Disneyland in Shanghai. but 2018 launches ESPN Plus, which is kind of like in our back burner. It's an app that, for those who are cutting the cord, it's one of those things that it's an app that they knew. It's not an app that those who have yet to cut the cord but are flirting with it. Something you need to get used to. The only time I ever watched ESPN Plus was the Tyson Fury fight previous to this one, and it was free on ESPN Plus if you had it. And I have the ESPN News or whatever, ESPN Plus subscription. And you have it now, right?
What?
ESPN Plus?
No.
You haven't done the bundle Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus?
I just have Disney Plus.
Might as well just bundle all of that.
All right.
It's only for like $6 more, and you can get those two and Hulu Plus.
Okay.
He buys Fox assets for $71 billion in 2018, and 2019 launches Disney Plus. Right?
Yep.
Just his background alone. I mean, he is a fascinating guy. He wrote a book that was a bestseller last year, but originally he was a weatherman turned ABC sports producer, and then he was actually acquired when Disney bought Capital City / ABC in 1996. So he's just a weather guy, then a sports producer, and within 10 years, he went from that, rose up in the company, became CEO. He led Disney Cable Networks, which includes ESPN, through a bumpy ride during the cord-cutting era and brought ESPN into the streaming fold with the launch of ESPN Plus in April 2018, like I said. Today, ESPN Plus boasts more than 7 million subscribers, a feat for any subscription service, let alone a specialized one focused solely on sports. And then on top of it, you have the no-brainer Disney Plus, which is... We live in a weird time, all right? You and I, growing up, and anyone else out there, you had to watch you basically watch what was on the television.
3 channels.
Yeah. And the remote control was you as a kid. Because
Yeah.
your parents will tell you when to do it. Not turn the dial too fast, because if you do, you're going to wear out the dial.
Oh, yeah.
Don't go too fast.
Good God, don't go too fast.
Do not.
And be careful when you shut it on and off. Don't pull that dial. Don't pull that knob out or break that knob, which happened to me.
Uh-huh.
I took a beating.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Not too hard, not too fast.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So the thing is, now you have to deal with the constant change, and he did a good job because, I watched a child 2 days ago, and we were at a practice, and one of the coaches was just like, "Hey," the kid had to be maybe 4, I'll say, and hey, just grab my phone. I'm gonna coach. I gotta take care of this situation for a little bit. And the kid was running like YouTube on the phone, like I can't even describe like what you and I would do, how we would do it. Like it was no big deal to them, like watching videos, and clearly not even that much volume, and then could scroll and go to the next video. That's how fast, and that's what we are with the next generation that we're doing. So Disney Plus is like a no-brainer. You name me somebody that we know that has kids in our age range from 4 to 14 that doesn't have Disney Plus, I'll be shocked.
Right.
Shocked.
It's a lifesaver.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, ESPN guy, he's done great things, and helped raise Disney stock prices to high levels. And again, if you can do anything to listen to him talk or even read his book, it's worth the time. So, but yeah, it's surprising where you can come from, what you can do. We talk quite a bit about Bill Simmons and The Ringer, and the fact that he sold his company for $6 billion to Spotify.
You been paying attention to the real Shefty, by the way?
No,
a lot of NFL things going on.
Is he getting? Do you want to? Okay, the NFL things. Is it about the collective bargaining agreement?
A little bit, yeah.
Voted on by the players. Okay.
Yeah. So right now, it's going to the majority vote, right? So the representatives have pushed the majority vote. So right now, just going off this, if ratified,
is this the guy who tries? Is this Shefty the guy who tries to be me in the NFL world?
Yes.
The way I am in the XFL.
This is the NFL Foster.
He wants to be me, but he does the NFL. Okay, just making sure.
NFL Foster.
Yeah. Okay. The NFL.
Yeah.
Breaking news. All right.
It would make the NFL have the highest percentage of revenues share of any sport in America. They're going to be 48%, and eventually could climb higher than 48.5%, depending on media rights. Right here, it says that would mean more than a $5 billion boost in new money to players. So revenue sharing is going to be up to 48.5% in the NFL.
Explain that to me again. What do you mean? So they get the players are taking 48%?
48.5%.
48.5%
will be delved out to the players in contracts and the way the contracts will work. You follow me here?
Yeah. So this is what came out today, right now.
It came onto my feed today.
Because as of last night, the NFL Players Association announced that the Board of Player Representatives decided to send the new proposed collective bargaining agreement to a vote. What that meant was that the proposed CBA needs a simple majority of support from NFL players in order to be ratified. Again, this is as of late last night, though. And you're putting more details of the proposal weren't immediately released, but last week, NFL owners approved a CBA, one that called for a 3-game preseason, a 17-week regular season, and expanded playoff picture that would include 7 teams from each conference.
Also, Jay, there's going to be an increase in there's going to be an increase to the minimum salaries. $100,000 increase to minimum salaries.
So,
which is huge.
Yeah.
Because that helps a lot of the guys that are, quote unquote, not your stars, okay?
I know. Yeah, well, we need to figure out how long this CBA is going to go for till the next one.
10-year.
10-year, okay.
It's a proposed 10-year labor agreement.
Okay, so I really need to pay attention to the one that's going to be agreed upon in 2030, because in 10 years...
Well, this one will take effect in 2021.
Okay, but in 10 years, 2021, Beef will be 9. He'll still be in college.
19, you mean?
Yeah, 19, yeah. He'll be 19. He'll still be in college. And we need him to... So hopefully that minimum goes up even more, because when he's a kicker or a punter, because that's what he's going to do.
I'm just saying, but that's still good money.
Yeah.
$100,000 a year.
Yeah.
At least.
To kick, yeah.
At least.
I know. That's why I appreciate him so much, too.
You're saying that now?
No, because we were walking into wrestling practice 2 nights ago, and he said that he likes wrestling, and I said, okay, good, whatever, good. I don't know if he's just cozying up to me or whatever else, and then he's like, but football is my favorite, Dad, and I'm like, cool, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I can't wait for flag football. But I got to learn all the positions, and I need to learn them more. And I was like, all right, here's what we'll do. We'll go to some Steamweather games. We'll do this and that. We'll watch the XFL more. We'll talk about football. He's like, yeah. And he's like, I go, what? We need to work on you, catching the ball while running type of thing, hand-eye coordination. He's like, yeah. And then I think it's going through his brain about how much practice I'm going to put him through if he agrees to it. And he goes, but I'm going to be a kicker, though, Dad. And I was like, oh, yeah, no doubt about that. We figured this out a long time ago. With your genes, you're definitely a kicker. Don't worry about it. So.
I don't know. I just thought it was neat to point out in the era that we are in, less than however many short months ago, we were talking about the greed of the owners.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It doesn't seem that greedy to me. This is unprecedented, by the way, of all the leagues.
I think the owners, they don't want to have a type of lockout.
They don't want to lock out.
And they want them to sign. They want them to sign the 7-team format, playoff picture, and they want them to sign a 17-week regular season.
They're giving a lot, but listen to what I'm saying.
A week ago, what you said.
They're giving the players more, and they're hoping that the players and the players' union realize that. Listen, when you're getting up to 48.5% of this deal, TV contracts, all this, whatever the contracts are, whether it's streaming contracts. You guys are responsible for the brand as well. You have a little bit of take in this brand. So when we say things to you about, listen, there's a time and place to voice your concerns, a.k.a. Colin Kaepernick. Like, here's a way that we'd rather have you voice your concerns over social justice. Rather than do it that way, why don't you do it this way, as in make people aware of it by starting a campaign, but don't turn away half of our fan base by kneeling during the national anthem. You follow what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm definitely following what you're saying.
We're not telling you not to have a stand. We're not telling you not to be concerned about these projects, but We as the NFL will help you develop a plan that makes us all look good and we all make money and we still bring awareness to the issue.
I think this all goes back to what you said a week ago. They're going to do something to entice the players to sign this. And last week, within 24 hours, it came out that they're no longer going to have punishments for having THC in your system.
We're giving you that. We're giving you more money and more contracts. Contracts are going to get bigger. It's basically what this is saying.
Yeah, if this is implemented, if this is voted on, the new playoff system could be coming this season. The 17-week regular season wouldn't come until 2021 at the earliest. Not everyone is in agreement that it's a good deal or fair for the players, but it might have changed. This again, what I'm reading to you, what I'm reporting on is from yesterday. J.J. Watt has gone on record saying he's a hard no on the proposal, but it might have changed with the 48%.
48.5.
48.5. For the football fans, an extra week of meaningful regular season football and one extra playoff game per conference sounds pretty appealing. Yes, it does. But is it something,
they're setting
again,
it up for the people of the future. They're setting it up for guys now, and the future people to be taken care of, and they're setting it up for the people, for the players that aren't your quote-unquote stars of the show. Listen, $100,000, I mean, good Lord. I don't care who you are. $100,000 goes a long way. Mm-hmm. At least it should, unless you get appetites beyond what I can possibly fathom. And that's a you problem then. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Someone says to you today, Jay, here's $100,000. What are you going to say?
Yes.
Thanks. Right away, sir, please.
Yes. Good. Yes.
Exactly.
I'm in. Yeah. Just some other things to look at before we go to break. I got told yesterday that that the Wonderlic thing went a little long.
Yeah.
I said it's a 12-minute test. I don't know what to tell you.
Went a little long, huh?
Yeah, I said it's.
Let's do it again then.
I said it's a 12-minute test.
Let's see if we can do it faster today.
I can't make it longer. I can't make it shorter. And by the way, no one else is doing anything like that, so it works out well. You know, it's just fine.
What about our Wonderlic comparison with the Democrats?
Well, then it led into that conversation, and I was like, you can't tell me that doesn't make sense. What I said to everybody, that like, wouldn't you rather see the results of a Wonderlic from the people that are up on the debates? Wouldn't you rather see that? And then, you know, as the conversation kept going, they're like, well, yeah, I get it. Yeah, okay. You know, and to Bomber, when she was like, well, I want to see their tax returns, because somebody who only is making $90,000 a year shouldn't maybe be worth $15 million. I get it. But I said to the average American voters, and I know we're still talking about things that happened yesterday, but I still strongly believe in something that just manifested or was organic here in this studio. I think it's worth it to put them through a type of combine thing. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, when I was a little kid, the first presidential race was that I remember, because I was born in 71. I don't remember 72.
So, yeah, yours would have been 76. Yeah.
So it was Ford Carter.
Yeah.
I literally thought they were going to run.
Yeah.
So, like, I was a kid, I'm like, oh, well, that Carter guy looks way faster.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I was a kid. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, first one I remember is 80, Reagan and Carter. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not a bad idea. Let's figure out where they're at, not their SATs or where they graduated from, because we know you can buy your way into college.
You sure can if you're from Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you might end up in prison.
I want to Wonderlic test amongst people.
What's her name? Aunt who? Uncle Jesse's girlfriend?
Yeah, Lori Loughlin.
But what's her name on the show?
Aunt Becky.
Aunt Becky.
Yeah. I loved her in Secret Admirer.
She's gonna
see Thomas Howell.
She's gonna look good in a prison green.
Yeah.
Prison orange. What is it? What is it in Cali? I think it's like kind of a tan.
I do not know.
Let's find out.
Okay.
When we get off air in the next commercial, you need to look it up.
It's coming up.
And I want to know what Lori Loughlin's going to be wearing.
Did you watch the Democratic debate last night?
No, I try not to watch stupid TV.
I watched it. It's right up my alley.
I know, it
When
really
that's
is.
the thing. That's the weird thing. I shouldn't say that for everyone out there that's now like, oh my God, they're saying these things about politics or whatever else. But like, this is like right up my alley of train wrecks. I like train wreck TV reality nonsense.
I usually get whatever happens. The funny stuff, I always get some snippet of it on Twitter. So it's like, okay, I don't watch because there's usually something else on.
This is
By the way, we did start watching Hunters last night.
Okay.
And we were both tired as all get out. By the time everybody left the house and we started going, we were both struggling to stay awake. But I'm gonna tell you what, that first scene is insane. And now I got to find out. This is based on true events. Is that first scene real? Did that really happen? Like, that shocks me to all hell if it did. So I got to find out.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. So you've seen the first episode?
No, I haven't seen it. I was busy watching this. Let me
Watch
tell
it.
Let me tell you about these debates.
Okay.
Is against everything, and I realize I'm getting older, but is against everything that I've ever learned at any debate class I took in high school and in college. They open the debates, they announce the moderator, and then the moderator has no control after that. These are the best. These things are the best. It's all about like who raises their hand first, and then they're like, well, wait, they addressed me, and then the moderator's like, oh yeah, they did address you at one point that I stopped paying attention to 45 seconds ago, so now you get to talk. And the other like 3 people that raise their hands are like, why do they get to talk? And then if someone goes over, which there is no real time limit, but they tell you at the beginning, only you can talk this long. And then if someone talks longer, if you feel like it in your mental clock, right? Then you can always come back and be like, you gave them extra time, so now that's what Biden did at one time. He talked longer, so now I'm going to talk longer. And everyone's like, yeah, you should talk longer. There's just no control whatsoever. It's basically Tuesday here with you, Coral, and Bomber in here. If I'm the moderator, that's exactly how it goes.
No one listens to you?
There's no control whatsoever. It is right up my alley. I like politics. I like train wreck television. I like uncontrollable behavior. There's like very little commercial breaks.
Did anybody lose their stuff? Anybody lose it?
Not nearly as bad as it was a week earlier.
A week earlier is when Bloomberg made Bernie lose it. The old commie got mad.
They
about
all got
about the 3 houses thing.
Yeah, a week ago. But
and didn't they all pile on Bloomberg too last week?
Yes,
he got piled on pretty hard.
Well, and I think like the whole thing, like I saw something. Again, it's not a political show, but it's things on television. It's funny. It's things that's going on. And by the way, anything that's a competition to me is also sports related.
We should be able, and you can bet on it.
And you can bet on it.
You can bet on this. So.
The idea that you can't go more than like 90 seconds of Bernie's first statements without him saying millionaire and pointing at Bloomberg is great. You can make a drinking contest out of it. Tom Steyer's back. Yesterday we said he was out of it. He's back in the.
Was he wearing that hideous belt of his?
He had a tie that was pretty much.
See that belt? Have you seen that belt he wears?
I know the belt.
I mean,
yeah.
What is that belt?
Yeah.
What is that?
Anyway, again, this is the type of thing. I think this stuff is important, and again, I laugh because I honestly find enjoyment and humor in these things because I refuse to live a life where I'm going to be on social media yelling at people because they don't have the same beliefs as I do.
Right.
To me, I'm just like, well, here's the thing. I want whatever party to put the best candidate out there for him. I just don't know how easy that is to do when you spend way too much time telling everyone why this person to my right and left is such a hideous, bad person. And then all of a sudden you put him out there.
If you think about the kind of money that gets raised for all these different political campaigns, whether it's Republican or Democrat, the amount of money raised for these campaigns, that doesn't open your eyes as to what's going on in Washington.
4 times Bernie pointed to poor Mayor Pete and was like, you're backed by billionaires. And Mayor Pete's like, okay. He goes, I'm going to take their money. He goes, they just came in recently. He goes, I raised billions of dollars based on like small contributions. But he said, he basically was like, yeah. And then I became a front runner. And these billionaires said they want to vote for me. And he goes, I'm going to take their money. And everyone's like, and I was like, yes, good for you, Mayor Pete. I'm going to take their money. Like, what do you mean you do? It's not like he's like being, it's not like, the whole thing is crazy. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, though. You look at the kind of money that's getting thrown at it. Yeah. It's ridiculous, Jay. That should tell you right there what's going on.
I know.
Just take all that money and put it towards some of these government programs that everybody wants.
I know. And somewhere someone's either, and I'm not on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, someone's losing.
Privately funded.
Someone's losing their mind saying go to sports, or someone's in their car right now like, I didn't do this if I want to. But the thing is, to me, I'm going to look at it like this. It's a competition. Like T-Roy said, you can gamble on it. And any type of competition to me is sports related, and I'm going to look at it that way. And on top of it, I talk about bad television because I watch bad television.
They call it, it's called a presidential race. Sorry.
It's a race. It's a competition. I'm in it.
It's a race.
All right, when we come back, let's take a look at the NFL Combine, and let's kind of add to T-Roy, because you're starting to mold your draft, your draft projection. So we're going to have to look at some of the NFL teams and what their draft needs might be at the NFL Combine.
All right, guys, it's coming up, St. Patrick's Day, and you need to get yourself to Harrington's Pub on Saturday, March 14th.
You have a T-shirt on that. If you're looking at the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment, on the Facebook Live, you can see the T-shirt.
We've got live music starting at 1 o'clock with our friend Jordan Danielson, and then at 4:30, our main man here in the studio, Bill Stage, and his band are going to be playing. After that, we're going to round out the evening with some karaoke, and don't forget, at noon, we're going to have complimentary corned beef for everyone that's there. That's coming from our friends at Van, so make sure you get to Harrington's Pub, your premier Irish pub, for the best St. Patrick's Day party in the Quad Cities. Putting the H into hangover since 2005, that's Harrington's Pub, 2321 Cumberland Square in Bettendorf.
This is Julian Vandervelde, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Every day you use energy to power your life, to wake up, to stay connected.
Hi, this is John. Oh, hey.
To feed your loved ones.
Dinner!
You don't even have to think about it, because at Mid-American Energy, we do. We work hard to bring you energy you can count on every day, because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're Mid-American Energy, and we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
See, very intrigued by the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
Roy, who is feeling older every day, and I think this is universal for people in sports, that you sort of can calendar your own age by guys you saw growing up playing when you loved sports, having kids who are now playing sports. But Roy has never felt older than he did during the break when, very sadly, he just said to me, Frank Gore's kid has enrolled at Southern Miss, and it's the first time you can remember an active athlete of any sort having a kid, but it's only because Frank Gore has been in the league 4 yards at a time since 1982.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
Why would you when you still get 4 yards?
Frank Gore Jr. is going to put it on the poll, Antonio. Is Frank Gore Jr. going to retire from football sooner than Frank Gore Sr.?
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
We're out in the great north woods of Scott County with outdoorsman and part-time motorcycle maniac Mark Brenny of Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf to see what he does in the off-season. Hey, Mark, what are you doing up in that tree?
Hunting deer. Don't want my family to starve this winter.
So, what's all that equipment you have there?
Well, there's my thermos, my Walkman, Game Boy, pork and beans, microwave, newspaper, well, and of course my trusty gun.
So, how'd you get all that out here?
Only one way. Got me a new Yamaha four-wheel drive all-terrain vehicle. Made it in one load. Comes with front and rear racks, A-frame suspension, shaft drive. I even put a camouflage cover on this one.
Okay, so what's with the snowplow?
Well, you never know. Hey, wait, I see a deer.
Mark, that deer is as small as my dog.
So, watch this shot.
Oh, Mark, I think you missed.
Well, that's how most deer hunts go. So let's just ride Yamaha four-wheelers the rest of the day. Hey, wait, there's another one.
See them at Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, 4426 State Street, Bettendorf, across from Alcoa.
Did I hit it?
Almost.
See, very intrigued by the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
A tweeter writes in, well, that's nice. Le Batard just wrapped the segment praising the blatant cheating of Calipari at UMass and Memphis. It was magical, he said. Also, lots of love for Memphis now defending their current rule breaking and embracing it. Great work, guys. Set the bar high for everyone.
Is that guy?
All right, listen here, Tucker Martin. The sport's being investigated with FBI wiretaps. There's testimony that the starter at Creighton cost you $100,000. Memphis got this Wiseman kid cheap. They got him at 1/10 of the price. Penny got him discounted. Like, what do you think you're watching? Quit trying to make it pure. It's not pure. Pure things are not FBI wiretap.
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
The Circle Tap is your place for daily specials all week long. Start the week off with $3 whiskeys on Monday. Tuesday's Ladies Night with $3 You Call It and over $300 in weekly prizes. Kick back with dollar drafts on Wednesday, $6 mini import pitchers on Thursday, $6 domestic pitchers on Saturdays, and $2 cans on Sunday. Mark your calendars for St. Patrick's Day and Circle Tap's 4-day Irish Blowout. Enjoy great food, great drinks, and great friends all week long at the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
Local talk. You found it. Don't hassle us. We're local. Noon till 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, guys and gals, we're back here in the Hassle World. Brought to you by Done Right Satellite Dish. This is Don't Hassle So Local, AM 1170. K-Bob Barino, if you will, Bird.
Well, on the Little Pounder textbook line.
Little Pounder.
Getting some exciting news about texts about your shirt, about the St. Patrick's Day shirts for Harrington's Pub.
Mm-hmm.
And then questions about shirts for Pints. And sent a photo, and someone said, I love it. You got to share it on social media. And I said, oh, yeah, you know what?
The pint shirt will be hopefully done next week. I think they're getting
It's a
this going.
beaut.
It is a beaut.
I'm going to post it on the Pints Facebook.
I'll bring the
this
Oscars
afternoon.
one in tomorrow. I'll model it, if you will, tomorrow. Uh-oh. Oh, that's one who's coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, you can come in.
Yeah, come on
you
in.
want to come in and talk?
Come here. Go over here.
Or over here.
Embarrassing.
No, it's not
Why?
embarrassing at all. We've got local Quad City celebrity.
We do. They walk through our
Where?
hallway all the time.
Where? From
You.
Wicked Liz and the Belly Swirls.
The very own Wicked Liz.
Yeah.
That's me. That's what my mom calls me, honestly.
She calls you Wicked
Just call
Liz?
you Wicked?
Yeah, I got little kids, so like at Girl Scout meetings, I'm the leader. I'm like, you can just call me Wicked Liz. They're like, "Whoa."
Really?
Yeah, they kind of behave a little better when you say that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they probably think you're witchy.
Yeah. Oh, that's not the word they'd probably use.
I'm sure the other guys in the band are like, hey, man, we have names too, you know. But that's all right.
Yeah, the belly swirls. That's
Yeah,
what they're
you
known
guys are all
as.
belly swirls.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna be filling in for Bill Stage today
Oh,
over on
nice.
97X.
It starts at
And
what time?
I don't even know what time it is. I'm never early.
It's 1.
12:52.
2.
Yeah.
2.
It starts
So
at 2. Oh, you start right when we get done.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
so
wanna,
you prep like for an hour ahead of time, unlike us.
I mean, I think the better you get, the less prep time you need,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Well, no. It doesn't mean we're any good at this. Don't.
So something we're promoting is the Road to WrestleMania.
Okay.
WWE.
All right.
I want
You
I
want?
want to sound like I know a little something about what I'm talking about.
All right.
So,
all right. Well, you know that Jay is actually the Quad City expert when it comes to WWE.
Really?
He really is. That's not a lie.
Didn't you wrestle in high school, college? What do you?
But that has nothing to do with WWE. What do you need to know?
What do you mean it has nothing?
Listen to me.
Aren't
We've
they
had-
basically the same?
On the show, we have had Ric Flair as a guest.
Oh, okay. I'm writing this down because this is what I need to know.
We've had Booker T as a call-in guest.
Rick. Okay. I don't know who that
I
is, but
wasn't
I'll
here
Google
for
him.
Booker T.
And we will have other people that are coming, that are be calling in because the Road to WrestleMania. We've reached out to the Tax Slayer Center and said we need some guests.
Yes.
That'll be calling. But what is it that you want to know about the Road to WrestleMania to promote?
You know, I was talking to my 9-year-old friend the other day, one of my friend's kids, and I was
Okay.
like, you like WWE, you know, like trying to make him think I'm cool since I was like, oh, I was talking about that on the radio station the other day.
Yeah.
And he's like,
So
oh,
you
yeah.
hold on. Are you often like the popular contest among
Yes,
9-year-olds?
I would like to impress
9-year-olds.
8 to 12-year-olds especially.
All right, so how can I be cool when they're sitting around
I
eating
am,
their
that
Lunchables?
is
You're
how
like,
uncool I am.
you guys know Wicked Liz? Like, do I?
It's
Dude, she
funny.
knows all about it.
I'm always trying to impress my 4-year-old. I'm like, am I your favorite? Yeah, sometimes, Daddy.
At
Dude, she
4,
knows so
at 4
much
is
about the
easier than when they
WWE.
get older. Oh,
Yeah,
my
I'm
God.
sure.
No, but I was like, oh, okay, so do you know who Rowdy Piper is? And he's like, no. And I was like, I was like, oh.
He's dead.
See, he's
Oh,
gone.
dead.
See,
Goner.
Seth Rollins.
I was
You
like,
gotta-
what
My
about
dog
Macho
is named
Man
after him.
Randy Savage?
Dead.
What? Oh,
Yeah, he's dead too.
Heart
What do you
attack
keep-
while driving.
Yeah, what, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
All right,
going.
Seth Rollins
so
is
I'm
from
totally
here.
out of the loop then. I mean, I
First
know The
things
Rock,
first.
but he's not wrestling now.
Yeah, but the champion, the actual champion's a Quad City. Seth Rollins.
Oh, well, I've heard of his name before.
Okay, yeah, he
Wait, was he doing a signing at Hy-Vee a couple months ago?
probably was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
part of the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy in downtown Davenport with Merrick Brave.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Merrick Brave,
I think I drove by there. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, the coffee shop's
Seth,
right next to it.
Seth graduated
Oh, I like
from
coffee.
Davenport West, and Merrick was
He went to-
Bettendorf?
Yeah, Bettendorf, and he graduated. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so wait, Merrick, what's Merrick's
Merrick
name?
Brave, but he's
Wait,
SCW.
is that a real name?
What's the name he goes
God,
by?
that is cool.
It is pretty
That's
cool.
almost as cool as Wicked Liz.
Almost.
Almost.
Just kidding.
But Liz
What
is
a
your real
great-
name, so.
Liz is, yeah.
Or the Wicked. Which one's the real part? Wicked or Liz?
Elizabeth is my real name.
Okay.
But I
All
wish.
right, so yeah, so that'll get you like they'll know who those
Okay.
two are if they
That's
follow
all I
anything
mean.
local wrestling.
Say those.
Say
and
those,
Any
but,
child that knows about wrestling will think I'm in the loop.
They should.
Or my listeners, I mean adults
At
too.
least
That
you're
matters.
more in
but-
the loop. Now, Jay, who's going to be at this Road to WrestleMania? What's going on? Like what? See, Jay will give you the rundown on who's going to be fighting who.
Okay.
Like Jay knows all the storylines.
Oh, verse like.
Yeah, he'll know. Like, let's say if the Hardy Boys are doing something wrong, are the Hardy Boys? Is this still around?
Isn't that a book series?
I like
What's
the
happening?
I like the whole premise of the storyline is that they're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Like they're up to no
are
good
they
again.
like they're the bad. Like, do they still
Yeah.
do good guys? Bad
wish
Oh
you
yeah,
would- I wish
there's
you would-
guys that wear like weird little masks now. Look like a looks like a sheep's face.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah,
that's
it's scary.
creepy.
I wish you would
I was hoping
promote
it's like the Mexican
storylines
wrestlers.
to
Yeah,
Vince
they still
McMahon.
have those too. Those are
Vince McMahon is like,
T-Roy,
Roy, what do you got for me this week? And you're like, well, let me tell you something. Those Hardy Boys are up to no good this week, and we're going to pencil them in against the New Day. And he's like, by God, love it, T-Roy. How do you keep coming up with these great ideas? And you're like, it's just, he's Hardy Boys. They keep getting in bad they get in bad situations.
Are they brothers then?
Yeah.
What about twins?
No.
Are there any twins in wrestling?
Nah, the Bella twins are no longer. They're on E, but they're not there. The New Day, they have Big E. He played football for the University of Iowa.
As it like Biggie?
His name is Big E.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was big.
Now the
letter
other
E.
one, the one that I know is going to be there, the one that this is the big get, the guy we're trying to get for calling, the Miz.
Oh yeah, the Miz is
The
huge.
Miz was on Real World, Real World, and then he actually came up through the ranks and did everything the right way, and he's probably one of the best talkers there are right now in
Really?
the business. Yeah.
Yeah, remember the Real World with Puck?
Yeah.
He wasn't. It wasn't on that one.
God.
Oh.
No, but he was. But it was that same. It wasn't like a special WWE Real World.
No, it was
Wouldn't
just
that be
Real
great
World,
if it
yeah.
was all? They just had all these wrestlers living in.
I mean,
in a
Real
house
World
together.
1, like they produced the guy that did the MTV on the beach thing, whoever that dude was. Eric Carmen or whatever, or Eric something. Wasn't it Eric?
I don't
remember.
I have a terrible memory.
The Boston one was kind of good. The San Francisco one had the Puck guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't want you talking about the Real World.
Is the Real
And then
World
the
even
LA
still
one had
on?
the country boy that they always wore his boots
John,
and his hat. He
John.
was such a dork.
I think I dated that guy.
No way.
And he
Or
had
somebody
Dominic.
named
You
John
did
that
not.
looked like that.
You didn't date that dorky dude.
This is killing me.
No
Never.
way.
I never dated any dorky dudes.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, guys. You wrote my whole show today. Thank you.
Well,
No, I don't
really
think we did.
appreciate
Well, I don't understand what are you trying to do?
I think he wants to
just-
help you even more.
Yeah, I do.
I just want to be authentic, so I want to learn more about what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to see who's supposed to be here for you.
Well, she can do all that.
Okay, the Miz is supposed to be
Okay.
there, and right now he's scheduled to fight the Universal Champion, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
Oh, Bray Wyatt is a bad guy.
Bad man,
Yeah.
Mamma Jamma.
Him and his two brothers, the Wyatt brothers.
Yeah,
his brothers are in
Roman Reigns is scheduled to be there.
Roman Reigns is huge. Now he just
He's-
came back. He had a bad
Okay,
disease.
I was gonna say,
In
I've
real
heard
life,
of him, but I thought he wasn't in it.
he was the guy in all the commercials where he's playing tea with his daughters.
Yeah, but
The Be
okay,
a Good
so
Dad.
he was out.
Yeah, he had. What did he have, Jay?
Yeah, he had a cancer.
He had cancer.
Aw.
Yeah.
But now he's back
Yep.
to wrestling.
Yep. He's back.
Do you
to
call it
wrestling.
fighting?
Oh, it's
Mm.
wrestling.
Back to just
Sure.
wrestling.
Yeah, if you want to fight. He's related to The Rock.
Oh, in real
Roman
life?
Reigns?
Real life, yeah.
It's all who you know. Just think of what you could be doing,
real
Jay.
name is Dwayne Johnson.
Oh. Okay, so wait. The Fiend Bray Wyatt is related to
Bray Wyatt.
The Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Bray
Wyatt.
Wyatt
This is why I need.
is actually the son of Mike Rotundo, who was one half of the American Express with Dan Spivey in the 80s.
I'm not even writing
No,
that down.
don't worry
This
about that.
This is too much.
At one point, I saw them wrestle at Palmer Auditorium, though, in like 1985, right down the road here on Brady.
Yeah.
I
remember. Yeah, I remember when they used to do stuff like that.
So this is really what you have to do. So you have to talk about this today?
Well, I mean, what else am I going to talk about? Beer?
No, that's what we do.
We were drinking Bud Light seltzers.
Like on the air? This is crap. Bill Stage gets to drink beer. You guys get to drink beer.
Yeah.
I don't have a contract, but I need to when
That's
I get
what
a
happens when you come in an hour early for your
write
shift.
it
You
in.
got to be like, no, I need liquid courage.
I
I
find
gotta
out
go.
all the details. I love this.
Well, you came to the right place, Liz, and I appreciate you stopping into the show.
Thanks, boys.
That's
We
exactly.
needed help.
Our door
We
is
really
always
did.
open.
Yeah, it's always open.
I've never popped in before because I didn't want to interrupt, and
Wow, we don't have a
I was
professional
afraid you would ask me something about sports when it's clear that I know nothing about any.
I'll bet
coming
you know
from that
something.
strong assumption background.
You know, I played golf. I mean,
See?
There you go.
Who's your favorite golfer?
Jack Nicklaus.
Okay. What about golfers that are
That was
still
not
playing?
like that wasn't with a question mark. That was Jack Nicklaus. Like
I
it was.
should
It
have.
was in slow. Be like,
I should have
duh.
said a female golfer, but you know, I have a terrible memory. I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'll be back next time. We'll talk about women in golf.
All right. Well,
There's
good luck.
a lot of good girls out there golfing.
Thanks,
these days.
Liz. Thanks, boys. Guys, go to see Wicked Liz and the Belly Swirls wherever they're at playing. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Yeah. It was like drop-ins like that.
That was great. I looked. I thought I didn't know who it was at first. I'm like, hey, we have a guest.
Yeah.
And,
And we do have guests coming in. At one point, Caker's going to be here. Serge's going to be here. But the NFL Combine's going on, and the ESPN.com put together the draft needs or prospects to target for all 32 teams. And obviously,
Really?
we're not going to go through all 32 teams, but we need to look at some
We're going to
that
go through the teams that we like.
Yes.
To talk about. How about the Bears? What are the needs, Jay?
The needs for the Bears. Let's see in the NFC. They need a tight end. According to ESPN.com, the Bears are expected to overhaul the position. Chicago just agreed to terms with former Browns tight end Demetrius Harris, and general manager Ryan Pace could look to sign a higher profile, more expensive veteran in free agency. But the Bears are in dire need of a young pass-catching tight end. Trey Burton's future availability is unknown after he underwent another surgery. Former second-round pick Adam Sheehan is on the bubble to even make the team. It got so bad last year that J.P. Holtz led all Chicago tight ends with 91 receiving yards. That is not a misprint. 91 receiving yards out of your tight end. This is according to Jeff Dickerson at ESPN.com. Other positions to watch for them that they need: offensive line, wide receiver, quarterback, safety, and cornerback. The Green Bay
offensive line,
Yeah,
wide
there's-
receiver, and quarterback.
Quarterback, yeah. OL, WR, QB, S, and CB.
All right.
By no shock at all, the Green Bay Packers need a receiver.
All right.
The GM of the Packers has even admitted that he tried to make a move for one at the trade deadline last season but couldn't find a deal that made sense. Even if the Packers don't take a receiver in the first round, and they haven't since 2002 when they took Javon Walker, this receiver-rich draft class could provide immediate starting caliber and players from rounds 2 or 3. So pay attention to the Green Bay Packers trying to add to their specialty weapons, especially at the receiver position. Other positions for them to watch, according to Rob Demalski of ESPN.com, interior linebacker, offensive tackle, and tight end. Minnesota Vikings, cornerback. Let's see. Courtney Cronin of ESPN.com says, "Don't roll your eyes, Viking fans, despite how predictable this feels. In the process of retooling its offense, Minnesota might need to replenish its cornerback group with whatever happens for Xavier Rhodes, Trey Waynes, and Mackenzie Alexander. The value the Vikings could get for a top-tier corner at number 25 is greater than that of a guard the team can expect to be a day-one impact player, So going all in on a defensive first rounder might be the best play for them. They need other things to watch, and she even mentioned it. Yes, even with it says QB. If the Vikings can't get an extension with Kirk Cousins, it's a huge priority. Offensive line, defensive tackle. Other teams, let's just see. Take a look. I mean, there's
How about my Cowboys?
Do they ever need anything? I mean, they're just perfect, right?
Jay, I feel like you're being sarcastic.
I am. Defensive line. The Cowboys will need pass rushing help, according to Todd Archer of ESPN.com. And since Rod Marinelli is no longer the line coach, they could look for size on the interior. Robert Quinn is likely too much to keep as a free agent, so they will need somebody to help, DeMarcus Lawrence. They will have 4 other defensive linemen set to hit free agency too, so they will need playmakers at the depth at this spot. Other positions to watch for the Dallas Cowboys. Linebacker, defensive back, tight end, wide receiver. Again, according to Todd Archer of ESPN.com. This is something you're going to be talking more and more about. I mean, geez, we went yesterday and talked about the hand size of the combine and what that means. And every little thing is going to be scrutinized coming up these days. You have, if you want to, and I suggest you guys can go to Facebook or Twitter, and you can follow Hawkeye headquarters at Adam Rosso, who's there right now in Indianapolis, and he's doing like a live blog updates over and over again about how the Iowa guys are doing and what he's hearing there. And it was it just 2? It was 2 years ago. We caught him before the combine when we first met Adam Rosso.
Yeah,
and it is incredible. He's covering the combine. He's covering the Hawkeyes in the combine. So he's out there really Stone, Wirfs,
right?
Stanley. You know what I'm saying? AJ. But it's the stories that he tells that are in the hotel lobbies.
Well, yeah, he's like, I just walked into the hallway of a hotel, and two was throwing a football down the hallway.
Yeah, or just like the little things where you're out of nowhere, and he'll just be like, "Oh yeah, the Arizona Cardinals, yeah, they're gonna scrap everything." You're like, "What? Wait, what? Why did you just throw that out there?" He's like, "I talked to a beat writer for them, and he knows such and such, and married to whatever, and the plan is I'm just throwing it out there. It doesn't matter what team, you can put any team in there." But he'll just be like, and they're going to change their entire offensive outlook, their entire game plan. It's going to be more air raid or ground, and you're just like, "This is incredible. This is what you do." You think like. You go to these things, when you go and cover these events, yeah, there's a lot of work to do, but it is those moments in the hotel lounges, just sharing beers and meeting people, shaking hands. And by the way, and we need to do it, our girl, Emily Van Buskirk,
yes,
has incredible stories from doing the exact same thing, just rubbing elbows with coaches from the SEC. And she is like now like the girl in the SEC. Like, I'm not kidding you. I talked to her on the phone. I talked to her, so it was at the end of last month. And I said, we got to get you on to tell the stories. And she's like, in 6 hours, she was in her contacts, Nick Saban, coach of Auburn, Coach O. All these guys all of a sudden were like, yeah, you need she talking to offensive coordinators or just people. And she said, this is what all her hard work was. And it all just happened because, get this, T-Roy, she was nice. Her and a friend who also covers sports started talking to a guy and didn't treat him like he was a creep. And they just happened to be like a roommate of someone that's there, and they just, and then the coach came, and do you know what I'm saying? And it grew, and all because she was nice and genuine. And when all got said and done, it was just like the guy who started the whole thing was like, these coaches wouldn't be sharing this information if they didn't think that you were a good person and that you wouldn't like go and like blast it all over, Twitter and everything else. So that's, again, I know we're going like full circle from Combine to Ross or whatever else, but you can just be nice to people and you can create, contacts for everything, which is, it's a great story. Rosso, I think we'll get a hold of him. I'll actually, after the show today, I'll get a hold of Rosso and see if he can call in because last week when he was here, he's like, I'll call in. So we'll see what the schedule looks like, because it'll be fun to see what scouts are saying about the Iowa guys there. And again, up until now, you can go ahead and you can follow it on HawkeyeHeadquarters.com. It's on Facebook. It's on social media, anywhere else that you want to do it. But we need to take our first break of the second hour. We come back. Kakert's going to be in soon, and Serge going to be here. It's going to be another party, and maybe we have another drop. And who knows? Who knows? It'll be enough time.
You never know. Front Street Brewery, Quad Cities, is the oldest brew pub in Iowa, and it's our very own. It's right on the banks of the mighty Mississippi. Been serving Davenport with great beers since '92, like the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, the Raging River, and that oh-so-popular Jaybird Cherry Bomb Blonde. Check out the Facebook page for food and drink specials, or visit the webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. Right now, we're calling all bars and restaurants to get a hold of your local distributors and put the Front Street on your tap lines or in your coolers today. That's Front Street Brewery, the restaurant, 208 East River Drive, or the tap room in the Freight House Complex.
It's Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Is your kitchen or bathroom embarrassing? You need them redone. But do you know a contractor that you could trust? You need an all-star. You need to call Mike at All-Star Home Services. Mike and his team have been transforming kitchens and bathrooms for over 15 years. Call today for $500 off your complete kitchen or bath project. Plus, with financing available, get your kitchen or bath done today for one low monthly payment. Call 563-299-3786 or at all-starhomeservices.com.
The Will Kane Show.
There's one town where the marriage is perfect for the Charger. They should move to St. Louis. What do you think the analogy is? Would this be like somebody's husband leaving them for another man? Some gold chain dude in Los Angeles, right? In order to get him back, St. Louis starts dating that dude's sister. How does that work? No, wait, I got my genders mixed up. Okay, let me do this right. St. Louis is a woman. Her husband left for another lady, and that LA Rockets brother is available, and St. Louis picks him up. The Rams and the Chargers.
Which one is the man?
Hold on, I'm sorting this out.
But the Rams are actually going back with their ex.
All right, let me start this over again.
Then they went back to their ex. They got remarried.
New and improved ex.
I can't do it.
Nailing the analogy.
The Will Kane Show, 2 till 5 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Get tickets today for the QCCA Expo Center's 4th annual Brewed Live. February 29th, over 35 local, regional, and national breweries will serve up over 100 of their favorite beers. Sample great craft beer with a new release every half hour, plus great barbecue from 2 Men and a Smoker. Tickets are just $30 for 1 till 4 p.m. or get early access at noon for just $10 more. It sold out last year, and prices go up on February 1st. So order your tickets now at QCCAExpoCenter.com. Brought to you by Highland Toyota, The Electric Doctor, Stern Beverage, and WQAD-TV.
Escúchame, it is Dan Le Batard on ESPN Radio.
It is funny to have a coach say, no, I didn't mean to call them thugs. I meant to call them slugs. And I just want to officially parse the dumbest possible way we could ever discuss race in sports. Did the old guy mean slugs or thugs? If he meant thugs, racist. If he meant slugs, just good coaching. Maybe he's just old and made a verbal mistake because they fly around a lot and he's old. It is a great defense, though. It really is, because I believe him. I believe that he meant to say slugs.
I mean, it's really the only defense you can go to, right?
Racist!
I'm old. I meant to say slugs.
No, slugs! I'm just old and doddering. I'm not racist. Just old.
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Get your maximum refund and your taxes prepared for half the price with AmeriFile.
I'm Christy, a single mom from Bettendorf. I got tired of paying $250 at H&R Block, so I went to AmeriFile. As advertised, they did my taxes for far less than half the price.
Bring in a copy of last year's tax return done by H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax, or any other tax preparer, and we will cut your tax prep fees in half, guaranteed.
This year, AmeriFile has the best tax prep deal in town. Save hundreds having your taxes prepared with AmeriFile, and you get free Rudy's Tacos, free Whitey's, free Chick-fil-A, Hungry Hobo, or Fresh Blend Smoothies. Trust AmeriFile's 30 years tax experience to handle any simple or complex tax situation. Remember, this tax season, save hundreds with AmeriFile, the best tax prep deal in town. Free Rudy's Tacos, Whitey's Ice Cream, or Hungry Hobo. AmeriFile Tax Centers, Davenport, Moline, and Clinton. Call 762-8087. That's 762-8087 or AmeriFile.com.
H&R Block is a registered trademark. After price taxes from last year's fees. $75 minimum.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport.
All right, we're back. I'm sorry. Gone. We're back, everyone. And
What do you mean you're gone?
I was looking at this and I just wigged out.
What do you mean you're gone?
I don't know.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us for Local here at in the Hassle Castle on ESPN 1170 AM. Again, want to remind everyone you can download the app and listen to us on your smart device. Go to your app store on whatever device you have. Download ESPN 1170 AM. You can listen to us on your computer, ESPN1170am.com. Click the upper right-hand corner, and you can watch us and leave comments on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment there. When Wicked Liz was in, did I fix that camera?
Yeah.
See, I got the magic touch.
No, and I turned it back now. I have it already.
It was good? It wasn't good?
It was good. Okay, we had listen. You could see her.
Yeah. So, anyway, we were talking off the air, and you're going to a trivia night on Saturday.
Yes.
You got a ringer and Dave Lavora going with you. Good for you.
It's a music trivia, too.
Okay, it's down in Galesburg. And what's it for? The benefit, right?
My buddy D. McGee's kids, softball. I think it's their softball. His daughter's softball.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So.
Are they any good?
She is. Yeah. I'm not. I mean, I don't know much other than, hey, you want to do a trivia for the kids thing? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, do we need any more people? He goes, yeah, we could use one more people. I'm like, well, I have a ringer.
So it's you and Mookie and Lavora traveling down there?
Me, Mookie, Lavora.
And Mookie's got to drive? You guys can
I'll
booze it
drive.
Up, and booze it up and booze it on the way back.
You never know what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, you never know.
I hope, I got to find out about the beer situation. Do we got to bring our own, or I'll have to call Big Gary? But yeah, it's going to be fun. Should dictate. I mean, Dean's got pretty good knowledge of music, and then I'm pretty solid myself, but bringing Lavora in, I think that just stacks our team. And then the two wives. I don't know how many people are on our team, to be honest with you. So I don't know if they had to bring any of their friends, but they had room for 3, and I'm like, hey, Diamond Dave, what's going on?
So here we are. It is February 26th. All right. By next Monday, obviously, we will be into the next month. You're just now 3 weeks removed from the Super Bowl. You're a little bit more than 4 weeks removed from first pitch.
Away from first pitch.
Away from first pitch. How much does March Madness hit on your scale for being excited about sports? Because that's the thing. Here's what you need to do. And you can sit there and we can come up with all things and we can talk about 10-inch hand size or whatever else. But the fact of the matter is this. What are you doing to keep yourself excited about sports? Or do you recharge as a fan, T-Roy Massey? Do you recharge your batteries? Is this the time that after all those Sundays, those 16 weeks, 17 weeks, including a bye, and that you say, Mookie goes, is football over with yet? And you have not yet embraced the XFL on Saturday and Sunday the way I have. Do you use this time to recharge? Does March Madness mean anything to you? And how much does baseball mean? Do you get excited about
all right,
first pitch?
Here's what I'm not excited about first pitch, really.
All right.
Excited about NCAA because the Hawks are good.
Okay.
I mean, NCAA always boils down to if Iowa's going to make it, what are the chances to make it to Sweet 16?
Okay.
Anything can happen there. But that's where my excitement is. So right now, yes, excited about the Hawkeyes. Trying to be a little over here, Cakes, next to me, buddy. Trying to be a little bit cautious on my expectations for this Hawkeye team because of the injury situation.
Okay.
But they look good to me. I mean, a loss last night. We're going to talk about that, I know, but I didn't think it was a bad loss.
Well, the question is, and we're bringing in Cakert in from Hawkeye Report, same thing. He's a sports fan, obviously, first. And he's a Cub fan. And where are you at in this in February? All right, the Super Bowl's over. You've got the combine type of thing, and you got March Madness, you got first pitch. Do you, Tom, I mean, you're working year-round, but does this, as a sports fan, do you use this time to recharge your batteries?
Not really.
Not really. What do you?
Because I'm working.
Yeah,
Okay.
he never shuts down. This guy works 24/7, 365. This isn't Randazzo.
I already said that.
Right? I mean, this isn't Randazzo.
Poor guy.
Randazzo's busy with.
I mean, I haven't seen Randazzo on this show in almost 2 months.
I haven't seen it since last year.
He's busy with high school stuff. This is a really busy time for high school.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, you got basketball.
You just had
and
wrestling get done, and you got boys and girls basketball at the high school level. He's very busy.
It's actually not nearly what you think as far as our guys that cover prep sports isn't a layoff time at all, because what you do after this when they get done is they go into Illinois side, track and field, soccer, softball, baseball.
Yep.
And then you have the Iowa side, and then it just keeps going. You think, and the thing is, it's not like every Friday like football for them, or you have a cross country meet on a Thursday or whatever else, or swim meet, a girls swimming in the fall. It's so random all over the place. Like it's not a time off like you think it would be for those guys. But I know you're working. But as and you're always working. But as a sports fan, do you look at this time like, all right, I don't have to? There's certain days you can take off, or
no?
Are you excited for the Cubs first pitch?
No.
I finally got the marquee sports thing to work on DirecTV this week, so I'm very excited about that.
How did you do that? Did you have to pay extra?
No, it just finally came on.
Okay.
They said it was just yeah. So this morning I noticed that it was, because I just checked like periodically every morning to see if it was on. Not on. Okay. They keep telling me it's gonna, and I was gonna call today, but then I turned it on this morning, so I watched them lose 12 to whatever to the Rockies this morning
in spring training.
Yeah.
Is that what's on the Marquee Network? Just spring training games
this morning? Yeah, but then they had like I should say I knew it was on because I flipped over to it last night, and they had the Dayton George Mason game on because that was on Stadium.
On the Marquee Network?
Yeah.
Why are they do? I don't want that.
Once the season gets going, they're going to just be all baseball.
I want more than that. Like I want Game 5 of the '84. Divisional series. I want to see that.
I don't want to see that game.
I do.
Why?
Because I want to see that woman stand up do the voodoo hacks that I still believe to this day when I was 8.
I don't want to see that ball go through Leon Durham's legs.
But those are the type of games like I want to see the Bartman game over again. I want to see the highlights of that. What do you mean no? Hey, there's a lot of heartaches that get you guys to the World Series championship.
Yeah, a lot of heartaches.
To a piece of metal. Yeah, you got to deal.
It seems like that's what they're thinking about it. They don't care.
It's my fantasy baseball team this year.
Piece of metal?
Yeah.
That's a really good name, by the way. I do like that. Last night, so obviously you didn't go to East Lansing?
Did not.
Attaboy.
It's about snow up there.
What did you think about the game last night? Iowa. We're talking about Iowa versus Michigan State.
It was about. It was what the almost exactly what the line was. So, it went as expected. I always expect when they go up to East Lansing that they're going to get their butts kicked.
Yeah.
Because that's generally what happens. Like last year, they lost by 22. I've seen really good teams like the 06 Iowa team that won the Big Ten tournament and was a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. They went up there and got blitzed by 30. So I've seen good Iowa teams go up there and get beat. The hottest topic is, of course, Joe Wieskamp and his struggles, and I think Joe's pretty beat up right now. A lot of the players are, and it's impacting him right now. He's just not making shots, and he's got to get healthy, and they'll get C.J. Frederick back on Saturday, and he should be ready to go, and that's going to help. And that'll help take some of that burden off of Luka. I mean, you listen to Dockich last night. You saw that what he was saying, that there's basically not guarding Connor and Toussaint, allowing him to shoot. And, if they make them, they make them. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies.
All right.
Lucas still got his 20.
If he dies, he dies.
That was on a lot this weekend on AMC. Rocky 4 was. So, yeah.
Did you watch it every time?
I watched it a few times, yeah. I just leave it on in the
background.
You cry? No. Why would I cry?
Tears of joy.
No, tears of joy. No, there's only one scene that really gets me fired up.
Damn time.
No, the only thing that gets me fired up is Yeah, you can't win. And then I've hated her ever since. And then he just gets in the Lamborghini. By the way, he's doing triple digits in that Lamborghini. All
the Lamborghini when he shifts it 7 times.
Yeah, and
he's got 7 gears on it.
He's
Apparently,
doing triple digits. Rocky, by the way, for those tuning in, is doing triple digits throughout Philadelphia in a Lamborghini with 0 seatbelt on. He does not care. That's the thing.
Was he living in Philly then? It seemed to me like he was living in L.A. then.
No, he goes to L.A. Come on, I'm not doing this. You're
sure?
you're babying this. No. Apollo makes him go to L.A. He makes him go to L.A.
I don't know. I look like L.A. to me.
Did too.
No, because he throws
They
it.
never establish it, but I'm telling you, Jay, that looked to me like he was living in L.A.
or Florida.
That's not the point. The point is that
somewhere nice.
Rocky doesn't care that he's doing triple digits. He's not wearing a seatbelt.
All right, so now you're admitting that he might be living in L.A.
No, because he throws it. Well, that's
he agrees.
Because he does do a flashback, and when he throws his, that's from Rocky 3 when he throws his helmet at the statue.
Yeah.
See, he's still in Philly for 3, and then at
Who
the end,
cares if he lives in L.A.? I'm telling you, he does triple digits without a seatbelt. My thing is,
but
Rocky
it's easy to do triple digits in L.A.
No, it isn't.
What do you mean on that freeway system?
No, it's
you
not.
couldn't get triple digits. There's too much traffic.
Rocky doesn't need a seatbelt, is what my point is. He has 0 fears. Gives 0 Fs. Yeah. 0 fears. Yes.
Okay, what about Iowa, though?
What about Iowa? What's going on at the Combine? Anything fun? What are you hearing?
Nate Stanley spoke. They haven't really done anything yet. What's that, tomorrow? Maybe they start doing stuff? The actual...
He's got 10-inch hands.
10-inch hands.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Fromm.
Same as
mine. You know what they say about guys with big hands?
Hold on a second. Did you measure? Did you
That's
measure?
right.
Did you measure your hands?
Have not. Have not.
You measured it.
Big hands, big gloves.
I do not think I have 9-inch hands.
He's got big hands. You know, Tristan Wirf's his arm length is pretty good. That'll help him.
Okay.
Because they usually bag on the Iowa guys because they have T-Rex arms.
Ah, gotcha.
Shorty arms.
So, as far as Iowa goes, you head to the tournaments in Indianapolis, right?
Yes.
So, when do you head to that?
Right now, I'm probably just going to drive over Thursday morning. Depends on when they play.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
are they scheduled now the 4 or the 5? I mean, right now, if you were seeding it,
they're probably going to end up being in the 5 seed. So,
okay. So they get to play in from there.
It's like a 2:30 or 3:30 game on Thursday. So just leave early and drive in, and got a nice little hotel out by the airport, and get done, and then.
And you get to go to St. Elmo's Fire?
That's not St. Elmo's Fire. It's just St. Elmo's.
St. Elmo's, all right.
St. Elmo's.
Obviously, I'm not in a loop.
Fire is a movie.
Obviously, I'm not in a loop. I haven't been, I don't get to hang out with those guys yet to be able to go to St. Elmo's.
St. Elmo's will be packed this week because the NFL people are there.
Yeah, the big dogs.
Yeah, all the NFL people will be at Elmo's.
That place
There's another place that we used to go to, but they moved it. It's called Moe's.
Moe's.
Mo Brady's?
No, not Mo Brady's. Moe's, a steak place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. White tablecloth, the whole bit. Ugh.
Yeah, what's going on with the food scene, man? Have you been to Half Nelson yet?
I've been in there, have not eaten there.
Outstanding. I highly recommend it.
Really?
Yeah, that's been good.
It is Restaurant Week.
I know. It's Quad City Restaurant Week. See what you've been up to, man.
I haven't seen
I don't
Cake
get
in
out
forever.
much. I don't get out
busy.
He's a busy guy. I'll see him at Easter at the outing club, I guarantee you.
No.
No, not this year?
We don't go there enough, so we got rid of our membership.
Oh, no. Well, I guess I won't see you there.
So, game coming up soon. The Penn State game on Saturday?
On Saturday.
It's an early tip-off.
11 a.m. tip. Will we see you there? No.
You know what? I don't know. I have to go out of town for a funeral on Friday, and when I say out of town, I'm going all the way up to Minneapolis. So either I'm coming back late Friday, and
you're going up to wrestling though in a couple weeks, right?
I will be at the NCAA's. Yes.
Did you see that picture today from there?
Oh, with
the mats on there and everything,
and about how excited. I mean, they're going to kill attendance records. It's the first time it's ever that NCAA tournament's ever been in a stadium, not an arena. So it's going to kill.
How many people are they going to have? 50,000?
Yes.
It's be crazy.
It's going to be insane. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah, I honestly, I was up for Big Tens last year, and that was just in, what do they call that place? The barn?
The barn, Williams Arena.
Place is awful. I don't care. If you like to watch a game, they're good. But other than that, to sit that long for wrestling was brutal. But this stadium...
Are you a credentialed media member?
I am, Tom.
Look at that. Do you need time to go up there and hold your hand?
Yes, I do, Tom.
Just go find...
I have an email right here, Tom. I'm glad you mentioned it. It says Jay Foster Radio, and it says talent, which, by the way, one of my friends said, I do not understand why after your name it is not in bold and capitalized talent, because you, my friend, are nothing but
Are you going to
talent.
do live updates?
Yes, I will be tweeting.
Do you know he's a writer now, too, by the way?
Yeah, I like to throw that in there. As the writer in me,
He's a
me
writer.
lets me know.
Just go find Andy Hamilton. and
Oh, yeah.
See, name dropping. Write that down on your thing.
I know who Andy Hamilton is.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
He's the GOAT.
Yes. He used to write for the Register. Now he writes for Flow.
No.
No, Track.
Writes for Track.
Him and Kyle both write for Track?
Yeah.
Kyle's going to be the one that he's going to be. Don't be jealous.
You should have Andy
Don't
on.
be jealous. Kyle's going to be you while I'm there. I'm just going to follow Kyle around.
You should have Andy Hamilton.
I will. I'll get a hold of Andy and have him come on.
Andy's
Kyle,
the best.
Kyle will come on too, and Cody also. I'll have Cody Goodwin out of the Des Moines Register.
Goodwin's really good.
He's really good. We had him on
Andy
before the state
Hamilton's-
wrestling.
Andy Hamilton's the dean, though.
I know he was in. He's something else. Like the last meet when the Iowa Penn State one, when he was like two behind, a row behind me, but two over, and they said Andy Hamilton. I was like, I better be quiet. I'm in the presence of
greatness.
Yeah. I was better off being in a room with Tom Brands.
You gonna wear your
than I was.
Muppet Show shirt when you're there? Or are you gonna dress up?
I don't know what I'm gonna wear. No, now you got me thinking about it.
Yeah.
Don't do this. 3/4 length. I'll probably wear my Big Grove pullover. Not that Iowa though. I don't want to be that guy that gets made fun of, right, Tom?
Well, everybody knows Big Grove's in Iowa.
I don't want to get made. I know, but I don't want to wear the Iowa stuff, the Iowa
I
gear,
gotcha.
because I don't want anyone to be like, "Oh, I wonder who's he cheering for." Yeah. I'm here for business.
You should have Ironside on.
Ironside would be good.
Ironside's great.
Here's another one that I would be highly intimidated by. Ironside could take me down just by looking at me. He's really good. He was really good. There's a lot of guys out there that I'm like, I don't know. I want to have Juergens on too, and I still am like, I don't know.
Why don't you just walk around with Coach Gable? Then everybody will think you're a legend.
Yeah, well, I try to do that where I'm like, oh yeah, he's in my contacts, even though I've never called him or texted
So is
him.
Iowa going to win the NCAA wrestling championship?
That's a great question, Tom.
Hands down, they're gonna win it.
Nah, I don't know if hands down it is.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of things that have to go their way. It depends on the seed and how they wrestle at the tournament. Penn State obviously does not care about winning a Big Ten duel or going undefeated in that, and that's a problem. That's hard to do. It comes down to bonus points, and you've got to wrestle for bonus points, and you got to wrestle above your seed. Penn State, they're the big dogs. I'm telling you right now, I was at that duel, and it was good for Iowa, and the fans were great. Penn State was like, okay. And Kale was like, yeah, all right. We lost. But they're used to winning. They're there to win the tournament. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't care about Big Ten duels.
Spencer Lee will win the title, right?
Should.
DeSanto, you don't know.
Do not know.
I mean, you don't know what he's going to do.
No.
The Penn State thing was concerning.
Absolutely. You don't know how Kem. I mean, that was a great match. Is Kem going to do that again? I mean, is it really going to be?
I have more faith in Chem Dog.
I know, but how often are you going to have that much of a scramble in the first period like they had, and it's going to come out in that way? I mean, that was one of the best first period.
I know, but Chem Dog's
wrestling
probably going to
years.
be in the title.
Yes,
a big title match.
I'm just saying, is he going to become on top?
Will Marinelli make it to the title?
Mm-hmm.
Title match.
But in between, you need bonus points. You need certain things.
Do you think Marinelli's going to make it to the title?
Again, it comes down to the seed. I would hope so, but I don't know. I really comes down to who gets the seed, who does where.
Who's at 84?
For what do you mean?
Iowa.
Well, that's another good question because they just threw out.
They just threw out Nelson
Abe.
Brands.
Yeah, they threw Brands and then Cash.
It's like they've got off of Abe.
Yep. They took the shirt off Abe. Brands was there, Cash, and it was senior night too. And
Do you give it to the senior and then last NCAA tournament? Do you
no,
wrestle
you win
Cash?
now. That's
you
the
wrestle
plain
Cash.
Simple. Whatever is going to get you to get the title. That's it. Period. Plain and simple.
Because it feels like
Plain
they've
blank
gotten off of Assad. True?
Yes. But who knows? Maybe they're getting him ready. They're taping him down. They do weird things. Did you go to the match the other night?
No.
Okay.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Watched part of it.
You see Terry get a little heated with
John Smith.
Yeah.
I saw him. He was going to throw that brick at him.
I love it.
But they like each other. They like John Smith. John Smith's all right.
Yeah. All right.
He's all right.
Yeah.
He's okay. There's some other guys that are douche nozzles.
Of course, yeah.
Douche nozzle.
There's plenty out there. There's plenty of coaches that I can tell you right now in the Iowa high school that are like really good people, and they're fun to coach against, and they're fun to see them as competitors. And there's
Why don't you have Griffin on the show? You should have Griffin on here.
All right.
Stay
It is a
timeless.
Wednesday. It is Wednesday. You know what you should do?
Stay
I will try
titled.
to get. He does have to go to school, you know.
He can. They'll let him out for 10 minutes to do your show.
You think they would?
He's not a great interview though. He's real quiet.
He's still a kid. A lot of them are that way though. Would you? Oh, could you had to interview him because after?
Yeah, I've talked to him several times.
See, like Tom's like I've already.
He's a
dealt
good
with
kid.
him.
I like him. I like his family's good people.
Yeah, they're all good people.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk more Iowa. We're going to talk to Kakert. I'd probably talk more about Marquee Sports Network, which I just don't understand what this thing is. I have not tuned into a single minute of Marquee Sports Network and why this is a big deal. But people are on social media getting all upset about not seeing their Cubbies. I wish they cared more about if they would win that piece of metal, but they care about watching them.
Van's Pizza More, Jay Bird, is just opened at the Plex, the corners of Middle and Forest Grove Road. Outstanding daily specials on the Van's Pizza you love. Today is Wednesday. A buck off wings and their baked pastas. All you got to do is call 563-232-1396. They'll have that hot and ready for you to pick up. Or if you live in Bettendorf, have it delivered. Delivery is limited, so please ask when you call. Once again, that number, 563-232-1396. That's Van's Pizza More, 5023 Competition Drive in Bettendorf.
This is Tom Kakert from HawkeyeReport.com, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
When storm damage hits, All Major Restorations is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company, making the process quick and easy. The insurance company has people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. Residential, commercial, and industrial. There's a reason they have an A+ accredited Better Business Bureau rating. Storm damage estimates are always free. Visit amrestorations.com. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities.
See, very intrigued by the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
Roy, who is feeling older every day, and I think this is universal for people in sports, that you sort of can calendar your own age by guys you saw growing up playing when you loved sports, having kids who are now playing sports. But Roy has never felt older than he did during the break when, very sadly, he just said to me, Frank Gore's kid has enrolled at Southern Miss. And it's the first time you can remember an active athlete of any sort having a kid. But it's only because Frank Gore has been in the league 4 yards at a time since 1982.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
Why would you when you still get 4 yards?
Frank Gore Jr. is going to put it on the poll, Antonio. Is Frank Gore Jr. going to retire from football sooner than Frank Gore Sr.?
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
What are you doing for your 65th birthday, Sharon?
Oh, a cute little picnic with the grandbabies. I'm a bit worried, though. I really need to get enrolled in Medicare and buy a Medicare supplement plan. But there are so many supplement plans out there. It's so complicated.
Don't worry. Health IQ helped me save 24% on a Medicare supplement plan, and it only took a few minutes.
You saved 24%? That's big savings. How'd Health IQ do it?
Their experts know that living a healthy lifestyle is associated with lower rates of heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. So because I'm active, it just makes sense that I should pay less.
An insurance agency that rewards you for living a healthy lifestyle? That's a smart idea. I'm going to give them a call right now so I can focus on my big day.
To get your free quote, call 1-800-600-3590. That's 1-800-600-3590.
Health IQ is an agency offering plans from different insurance carriers. No government or Medicare affiliation. Coverage and special rates not available in all counties or cases.
The Will Kane Show.
There's one town where the marriage is perfect for the Chargers. They should move to St. Louis. What do you think the analogy is? Would this be like somebody's husband leaving them for another man? Some gold chain dude in Los Angeles, right? In order to get him back, St. Louis starts dating that dude's sister. How does that work? No, wait, I got my genders mixed up. Okay, let me do this right. St. Louis is a woman. Her husband left for another lady, and that LA Rockets brother is available, and St. Louis picks him up. The Rams and the Chargers.
Which one is the man?
Hold on, I'm sorting this out.
But the Rams are actually going back with their ex.
All right, let me start this over again.
Then they went back to their
All right,
ex. They got remarried.
New and improved ex.
I can't do it.
Nailing the analogy.
The Will Kane Show, 2 till 5 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
New Year's is here, and so are New Year's resolutions. If you're bored with the same old gyms and workout routines, try a different, fresh way to get in shape with a membership to Tarpons Martial Arts Center. Try karate, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, or judo, all taught by certified black belt instructors. With flexible class schedules and 2 Quad City locations, it's very easy to start your path to learning a valuable skill set while you get in shape. Join now, and new students get a free uniform and official t-shirt online at tarponsdojo.com.
Start your day with Golick and Wingo. Enjoy your lunch with the only local sports show in town. Don't hassle us. We're local 12 to 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, back here in the castle with my boy, a little shake and cake.
Interesting. Tom, it has been a while since we talked to you. Last week, the Iowa House passed a bill that players and college players can get paid for their name, their likeness, their image, and everything else. What kind of? I know it has to go through maybe another vote and everything else, but what does this mean?
The NCAA is going to, and maybe the feds are going to get involved with this, I think, eventually. And the NCAA is going to have to come up with their own plan to try and do this, because otherwise you're going to have 50 different states with 50 different rules, and it's going to be a cluster, and it's not going to be good. So, you'll see states, well, this is where you can do more versus a state over here who's doing more. They just need to come up with some basic boilerplates for everybody, and they will. It's eventually going to work out that they will.
Yeah. Just to reiterate your point, I think you're right. The NCAA just has to come up with a blanket one that works, right?
Something that works, something that makes sense. But they're going to have to allow student athletes to be able to make money. And maybe that's part of it is if they have like jerseys that are sold with their number on it while they're a student athlete, maybe they get a check at the end.
But does a number work?
I don't know.
No, a number doesn't work. And if you don't put their names on the back of their jersey, wouldn't that just be an answer for any university? Be like, we are no longer putting their names on the back of their jersey. Because you can't wear, unless you retire a number.
I don't know. That's just one of the things that they'll do. But they're going to have to allow... if
you wear 16, couldn't Chuck Long come back and be like, no, that's my number. They're only buying that jersey because of me, not because of...
they're also going to have to allow for, like, if Luka Garza after the season, if he wants to come back next year and play, but he could go to car dealership and sign autographs and make $1,000.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Isn't that going to be the problem, though, when all of a sudden you have these big time that are like, we'll tell everyone you're making $1,000, but really you're going to make this if you join our team,
I think a lot of that is overrated. I think the amount of money that kids are going to get, because this is all going to be above board, so the amount of money that people are going to make on this stuff is not going to be as big as some people think it's going to be.
Okay.
I just don't think it's going to be a lot of money.
I'm just saying the number.
I think the concept is bigger than the amount of money that's going to be involved.
I had a weird dream the other night that because of this...
I had a dream. I had an awesome dream. Yeah. People in a park playing games in the dark.
What?
He's doing Say You, Say Me. Anyway.
Say It Together?
Yeah. Was that
Naturally.
from 1985?
Yeah, right around then, yeah.
Anyway, I honestly...
What was that
seriously
movie?
It was White Knights.
White Knights.
Yeah.
Mikhail Baryshnikov.
Yeah, Gregory Hines.
Gregory Hines.
Oh, yeah.
What is wrong with us? The show
Gregory
gets so,
Hines, another
the
great
show
movie,
gets
Running
so
Scared.
weird, so fast. Like sometimes that you just took that.
Was that song on the Dancing on the Ceiling album?
That's got a really good build up to it, by the way, for no reason in the middle of that. Like, do, 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 do. So when you're in the now, oh, yeah. Out of nowhere, that has a good build, that song.
Whatever.
You know what I'm talking about? What do you mean, whatever? You know exactly what I'm talking
What
about.
song are you talking about now?
The exact same song.
Oh.
Say You, Say Me. In the middle of it goes from slow, it gets really fast.
It was when Phil Collins was at his apex, his highest level.
That's not Phil Collins.
Yeah.
That's Lionel.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Lionel
Lionel Richie?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure Phil Collins is on that soundtrack
Phil
somewhere,
Collins.
though.
Yeah, Phil Collins has a song on that soundtrack, too,
That's
right?
you're thinking In the Air Tonight. We're going,
Yeah.
that's another
That's
good build.
from...
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, that's from...
Anyway, I had this weird dream that this whole thing took
Risky
care of,
Business, right?
and for no reason. I haven't played esports or video games in a long time, but like overnight, boom, they made a NCAA 2020 like for PlayStation because of this.
Yeah. Because guys can make money.
Yeah. It was
the other big thing that's happening is the transfer rule.
Okay. What's the transfer rule?
Which is, and it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So starting next year, if somebody wanted to transfer, they don't have to sit out for a year, and they don't have to file an appeal. As long as they're eligible and check those boxes, their grades are okay and all that stuff, they just have to file the paperwork and off they go. And they can play the next year. They don't have to sit anymore.
Wait, why? When did this happen?
This is happening.
Why? How many times can you transfer?
One time. You get a one freebie.
And this is something that's going to go into effect right away?
Yeah.
What's your source?
You don't, because the other, I mean, it was football, basketball, hockey. Those are the ones you had to sit mandatory for 1 year.
Yeah, there are 5 sports.
There are 5.
Yeah.
What are the other 2?
And women's basketball, you have to sit.
Okay.
Can't remember the other one.
And the other ones they can hold you to, because obviously we know the 3 from the Iowa wrestlers that were Virginia Tech.
What Iowa or what they figure is they're getting overwhelmed with the number of waivers that are being requested. Okay, so they've got to do something about it. And what are there 30 some other sports where you can do this in, but 5 you can't. So you either have to do it for all or for none.
Mm-hmm.
So they just figure we'll just give student athletes one kind of mulligan.
Okay.
So it is essentially free agency that is coming.
So after one, it doesn't matter. You can transfer at any time, but you now you don't have to sit out. You don't have to do anything.
You don't have to sit out.
You don't have to come up with some type of hardship or something there where someone was mean to you and it made it an
or
unworkable
like
environment.
the tight end from Illinois, Ford kid,
Uh-huh.
who had to sit this year because he transferred for good intentions. His grandfather
Yes.
was in failing health, but he was outside their radius. Mm-hmm. And so
Can schools put a limit on whether you can transfer to in this new thing?
Negative.
This is important, and it's something that you should happen because
It's basically one do-over.
yeah, but you have things like
So the tampering is going to be off the freaking chart. You're going to see guys in like handshake lines.
Mhm.
Hey man, I didn't see you out there tonight.
But does this ease the does this ease the argument of coaches that they recruit these kids that are 17, 18 years old, say I'm going to be here. They sit in the living room and they say like I'm going to be here to help mold your son to being an educated citizen. I'm going to make them a fine young man, and then they turn around and a year later they leave campus.
Yeah,
you got the coach from Colorado went to Michigan State. Situations like that. Does that ease that argument a little bit now that because now kids can go too?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that's the thing. Everyone's like, oh,
but if you screw up the first one, you got to sit the next time you transfer. So if you're a double transfer guy, and it's also going to do away basically with the grad transfer thing.
Okay.
You know,
They offer
you
a
get one
program that
freebie.
might get yeah,
you
that's
get
what
one
I'm-
freebie.
And I'm glad they're doing a one and not multiple because it's going to happen. And I'm sorry, we're right now raising kids that have no loyalty to any program whatsoever. There is no Beach Boys, be true to your school situation whatsoever at all.
Beach Boys.
I mean, there's not.
I don't think that was Beach Boys. I think that was Jan and Dean. Then it was redone by Twisted Sister.
Okay, well, it's the Beach Boys.
I don't think so.
Pretty sure it's the Beach Boys.
I'm gonna look it up.
Go ahead.
Be true to your school.
Yeah, look it up. All
Did
right.
they play that at Rydell High?
Anyway, no, they did not. Anyway, so the situation that, again, we're not creating because we are creating more
All right,
of a,
you got me there.
Thanks.
Beach Boys.
Yeah.
All
I didn't
right.
sweat that one out, bud. Do you want? You sure you don't want me to go to your music trivia on Saturday night instead of you? Do you want me to take the place?
You calm down.
Me,
what
Labor-
album was it off of?
It's not Endless Summer.
What's the B-side to it?
The B side
Pet
to it,
Sounds.
Sleep John B. It's
No,
not. It
no,
wasn't
it's
on Pet
In My
Sounds.
Room.
In My Room. Oh, that's a good one too.
Album was Little Deuce Coupe.
Yeah, that's.
You don't know what I got.
Yeah, yeah. Now,
All right.
now you're gonna scold me on Beach Boys songs. This is fun.
All right.
But like I said, I think we are creating a generation of kids that aren't like too loyal to a specific program.
No, you see, especially in basketball, you look at there's kids that change AAU teams like
Yeah.
every weekend.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They have no loyalty. Their loyalty is to whoever.
Yeah. Who's gonna
give you the most?
Yeah. Who's gonna pay for the flight?
See
what
if I
shoes
was
they're gonna
right about
get,
the remake, though.
and everything else. That's what he's gonna do at this time. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's big that the transfer thing's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen immediately.
Yep.
Well,
2020-21 academic year.
It's got to make Harbaugh happy, right? He's excited about
You're
that.
going to see, you're the guy that came in and you thought you were going to play right away. Well, now somebody's going to tell you, oh, you can go over here and play maybe.
The Safaris redid it, too. Maybe that's why I was messed up.
How you doing over there, Serge?
Just saying.
Just enjoying T-Ray's music trivia knowledge.
Yeah.
Safaris did, huh?
Google.
No? Nobody else?
No.
Hold on. I'm trying
It
to
wasn't
find
Jan and Dean. Anyway, Serge, how you doing?
I'm getting around, buddy.
That away.
Getting around.
Get around, get around, I get around, yeah, get
It's good that Serge made it for the last 10 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
I'm moving a little slow these days, but I was thinking more of the Tupac version, T-Ray.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking the one I did. Sorry. Oh, by the way, Jan and Dean included the song on their 1985 album, Silver Summer. So I am sorry.
All right, stop right there. 1985 album, Jan and Dean.
Yeah, right there. Maybe that's where I got mixed up.
I don't know why they're making an album 85. One of them was like, 15 years outside of a car wreck.
I don't know.
That they made an album
One
85.
of
We're
them
not doing
died.
this anymore. It just drives me crazy about
I
this.
don't know why you get so mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. All right, Cakes. A couple other things, just sports related, going around. How do you baseball? You're a baseball guy. I'm a baseball guy.
I love baseball.
What do you think of this whole thing that's happened within the past 10, 15 days with baseball and a piece of metal and whatnot? Do you think it hurts baseball at all?
I think somebody should do a song after the Quiet Riot song, Bang Your Head, and have Bang Your Trash Can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a T-Roy song, right?
Yeah. well,
Nipple clamps will drive you mad.
yeah, there you go.
Bang your trash can.
Well, T-Ray will say like,
bang your cans.
Quiet Riot might have recorded that in 1983, but originally that was performed by Manfred Mann in the New York deli scene.
Well, that's really funny.
Yeah.
Jay. Well, my name's Jay. I'm real funny.
Man for Man. It was Earth Band. Blinded by the Light. Done originally by
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen.
He doesn't like Bruce Springsteen.
Why
Did
do
you know
you
that?
hate Bruce?
He does not like Bruce Springsteen one bit.
Why do you hate America?
Don't get him going about this.
I love America. Why does he hate America?
He loves
He
America.
doesn't love America. He's probably a dirty commie.
Born in the USA.
No, he wasn't. Born in Russia.
talking about?
I hate him.
Well, you don't hate him. That's too strong of something to say about someone you've never met before.
Yeah, Luke Perry was in the video too, by the way.
What?
Banned on MTV.
What video are you talking about now?
Be true to your school. Or they made it be cruel to your school. Sorry. They made a joke about it. Be cruel to your school.
Whatever you just looked up, I wish you wouldn't have done that.
He went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, for no reason, and no one asked him to do it.
I just, you guys were talking wrestling again for 25 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just teasing.
I've actually been here. I've just been sitting out the parking lot waiting to come in.
Not pro wrestling?
Yeah. We talked about that when Wicked Liz was one. But speaking of, are you going to go to the Tax Slayer Center when it comes in March?
March 29th?
Yeah.
We're talking about it.
Yeah.
Who's coming there?
Big E.
He was already on.
You guys should get Big E on.
We're going to.
Right
we
here.
talked about it, yeah.
You guys should get Big E on.
I'm right here, Tom.
Yeah. We'll get all these people on.
You look different. Than the Big E I know.
This is one of the strangest shows we've had in a long time.
What do you mean?
We've gone all over. Wicked Liz came in. Serge came in 5 minutes ago.
Is Wicked Liz doing a show somewhere?
She's
just down
filling
the
in
hall.
filling in for her
we can
stager.
see her through the
in
window.
5 minutes. She needed to learn about some WWE, so we were like, yeah, come on and talk to us.
We got
Kate gets in here.
knowledge.
Why does
Oh,
she
yeah,
need
those
about
suckers
WWE?
You know, she wanted to talk about it on the air. So we just started talking about WWE.
She's trying to
stuff.
hit on some 9-year-old or something.
Yeah, I don't know. She wasn't impressed a 9-year-old. We don't.
Because I think
you can go back and
it's
listen
a
to it.
SmackDown show, right? That's
Yeah.
coming?
No,
It's a road to
Sunday.
WrestleMania.
It's a house show. It's
The SmackDown guys.
Still a
so-
road to
yeah, so
WrestleMania.
it's
New
SmackDown.
Day.
Yeah,
Get
New
some
Day's gonna be there.
pancakes.
Yeah, New Day's going to be there. Yeah,
Get
I'm
some
going
pancakes.
to. I want to have Big E. I will use the proper channels to get Big E because going through the Tax Slayer who goes to the WWE, they do not bring you anybody that you want. You just take whatever they give you. But you have a common friend, and I have a common friend who happens to know Big E, and I'm going to use those advantages to say hey man, can you reach out for me and see if he'll do a interview?
He's worthless.
He's not worthless. Don't say that at all. He's not worthless.
Who are you talking about? I think I know who you're talking about.
He's too busy with his dog. He
Oh
won't
my
help you.
God, I can't believe they got a dog. I forgot to text him about that.
Yeah.
We're talking about anger. And
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He's probably texting right now.
Yeah,
Great.
he's probably upset.
He's a sensitive type.
So, anyway, I reached out to them, and then I asked them if we could have the Miz on, and they were like, "Well, basically, you'll get whoever you get, and that's it." And I was like, "I just want the Miz because the Miz
So
is
you're gonna get No Way Jose is what you're gonna get.
yeah." The thing is that the
Who's
Miz,
not nearly as popular as The Miz.
with the Miz is very much.
But you would like John Morrison.
Sure, but probably the Miz more because Miz really likes sports. He loves his Cleveland teams.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go through the typical, so you're fighting such and such. I'd rather talk
Who
to
would you
him.
want to talk to from the
Miz.
WWE
The
now?
Miz. Right
He's
now.
number one.
Yeah. Yeah, because we talked to him about sports.
Ahead of Rollins?
Yes, 100%.
Why do you hate Seth Rollins?
I do not.
He's from here. Why do you hate him?
Tom, I do not hate Seth Rollins. He was in
What,
school
did-
when I taught there. It's not the same. I can
Sounds
tell
like
you
Jay
right
has
now.
a bone to pick with him.
I do not.
What did he do to you? Did he?
The interview with the Miz
think you guys
in
never-
my head would be different than
Was he
the
a
interview.
student of yours?
No, he was never
I
in the
think
same class
you and
with me. Yes,
Rollins
he
need
was
to
not.
figure this out in the ring.
I think so too.
It's not.
I don't
There's
think
no
you
problem.
last 30 seconds in the ring with Rollins.
All right. It's
Same.
well. I'm sure we could figure out a way to make it last 30
Who's
seconds.
Cena gonna wrestle?
Is he going to, or is he just going to make an appearance?
I don't know.
He's not going to make an appearance here.
Why
He shows
not?
up. He's at SmackDown this Friday.
Yeah. Who's he gonna wrestle at WrestleMania?
He's just going to end up hosting someone. He's going to be the host of the show. It's not going to be anything big. But anyway, yes, the Miz.
Do you
would be
watch
the one.
Bellas?
No, I'm telling you right now. I'm not kidding you. My long-term thing with WWE is coming to an end.
What?
You're done?
Yeah, we don't. I mean, I'm making this thing through WrestleMania until if there's only way to get me in.
You're breaking up with wrestling?
Yeah.
Why?
Jay,
It's just not there, guys. As much as
what's wrong?
It's not.
What?
doing
You don't
anything
like
for
the product anymore?
Mm-mm.
What about AEW?
Mm-mm.
No.
Jay,
I watch it. I try to watch as much as I can.
kids in
There's
America
nothing.
need you.
My kids don't follow it. What do I need to do it? What do I need to follow for?
People in the world come to you for the wrestling questions.
After WrestleMania, that's it.
You're tuning out?
I'm cutting. I'm not gonna
no.
be. I'm not gonna be a subscriber anymore.
You're gonna cut and run?
Yeah, I did try to watch something.
Wow.
Last
We
night.
still-
What'd I
still
try to
got
watch?
Marvin.
Yeah, I tried to watch something last night. I fell asleep last night to something from the WWE, but yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm going to write a Dear John letter to him.
Dear John letter?
Yeah.
God, not
Does
that.
Vince know?
Yeah, he doesn't.
You know
care.
what he's going to do?
He's
Because he's mad.
Doesn't matter. Watch the XFL. He's
No,
got
you know
that-
what he's going to do? He's going to take away your XFL now.
Nah, he better not.
He's going to shut the
Nobody's
league
gonna take it away.
down.
Cakes, thank you so much. It's been too long since we saw you.
I'm gonna reach out to
talking.
McMahon. I'm getting him on the show.
All right, okay. Do your best.
Watch.
T-Roy, thanks for Googling.
Fired.
Thanks for Googling all the Beach Boys hits or whatever.
Hey.
Serge, good seeing you.
Hey.
You guys have a hassle-free
here.
Wednesday. We will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.